some housekeeping rules. Any persons that come up may have a seat, and please state your name and address for the record onto the microphone.
My name is Tamara Kirby. My home address, 215 Joffrey Street, Unit 4, West Staten, Connecticut. I am the city's tax collector. This is my first meeting, so.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Well, to state your case, you have here the tax, or the list of the uncollected tax accounts were transferred to the suspense tax book.
Correct. So we have a very large list that was submitted due to, in the past, I discovered some of the grand list was not suspended. So as acting at that time, I decided to go ahead and suspend all the previous grand lists so we can just start from a clean slate this year. So those are the accounts that we are not able to collect on based on someone being deceased, moving out of the state. So they really they're not assets to the city anymore. However, if we do run across the taxpayers, we do have up to 15 years from the due date to collect on the taxes.
Excellent. Questions from the committee members? Seeing none, I just have a comment. This is also in accordance with the state statute.
Yes.
So we've done this prior, and we can do this in the past, given the fact that we weren't able to collect on these items. So any further comments you have for us?
So,
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
See, that was easy.
Thank you.
I'd like to call to the table Elizabeth Santiago. I'd like to call to the table Elizabeth Santiago. I'd like to call to the table Elizabeth Santiago. At this time, I'd like to call Johnny Jackson. At this time, I'd like to call Johnny Jackson.
How are you? My name is Johnny Jackson. Address is 4 Avenue Street, New Haven, Connecticut, 06511.
State your case.
I just going through some hard times with the rent and stuff. And I thought it was being paid. I really was. So,
What was being paid?
huh?
What was being paid?
My rent, well, this is the reason why I'm here for it.
What is your ask of us?
I'm asking you if you could forgive what I owe for the taxes for the year that I owe it, because I just got in the hole. I was in an accident. I worked for DOT back in 2015 to 2017. So I've been out of work. I'm on disability. I'm a veteran, and I just I have no access to what I can do, to pay it back.
Well, first of all, thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
We won't be able to forgive it, but we will be able to defer it.
Yes, that's what I'm here for.
Okay. Any questions from members?
I have none.
Seeing none? Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'd like to call to the table Catherine Callender. Please forgive me if I'm not mentioning your name correct. Catherine Callender. Catherine Callender.
I'm my husband, I'm here.
Come right up.
Come on.
Good evening. No worries. You can just take your name and address for the record.
Okay. Name is Joseph Calendar at 1425 Quinton P.I. Apartment 14. That's where we used to live at.
Start your case.
The case is right. She passed away in 2020, and she left behind a car. But what happened was when she was going through when we were going through what she was going through, she ended up having cancer, we was going back and forth, but she never left a will. And what I have a problem with is the vehicle that she left was in her name, and the taxes is almost like $1,000 because over the years, maybe I'm concentrating on her, or maybe and we didn't get, I didn't. She couldn't pay her taxes on the vehicle, and when she passed on, she didn't leave a will, so I had to go through probate. Now I'm here with you because nobody said, they're still trying to say I'm responsible for the taxes on the vehicle. But if you see, if we go back before she passed away in January 1st of 2020. That's before COVID, right? You know my mind's up. Then myself, 2023, I got a transplant, a kidney transplant.
Oh, okay.
But if I go back another year before that, 2022, my son died in Indiana. He played at Jackson State. He was 6'8", 350, under 40 and 5.
Wow.
Yeah. And he passed away. He was older and passed away. Then, everything just started happening at one time. And then by the time I could catch up with it, now I'm in the hospital trying to take care of myself. Then now I'm almost losing my house, but now I have a significant other to take care of my business or take care of the business. And now I'm sitting in the hospital. Now when I get out of the hospital, everything is squeezing right there. And then I have a little problem with the federal government and Social Security because I think times are changing. Everything got a little crazy. Now they said, I was doing this and that. It was just making waves, and they made waves for like 4 months, 6 months. So now they're taking away my benefits. I just got reinstated. Maybe this is August. Got like reinstated in maybe May, June. Manually I have to call them every month. I said, this is Joseph Calendar. Could I get my I'll get my check, my benefits. So I've been going through a lot. Then I had 2 daughters, and I went through the normal thing. But it's a difference when you lose your significant other. You don't work no more. You can't think the same way. Then when you catch up with you, it's like, oh wow. And the reason why I'm asking for the tax because I want to register the car because I can't afford a car. I can't because I had a car and I couldn't afford to keep up with the bills because now my insurance is crazy. My insurance is so now I have the car there. And they're asking that
Does anybody have any questions, any committee members?
I don't have any questions. I send my condolences.
Thank you.
Also, my condolences, also sorry for your losses.
New Year's Day.
I would like to express also my condolences.
Yes.
Over.
Sorry for your loss and hope that you're on the road to recovery from your transplant. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to clarify. What cars do you have in your possession right now? You have the 2009 Nissan Murano. Do you have any other car in your
No,
possession?
ma'am.
And what is your current monthly income, sir?
I think it's 20 from Social Security disability. I get like 2,100 a month.
Any other sources of income that you have?
I get my pension from a job I had prior before I moved up to Connecticut.
And how much would that be monthly, sir?
About the same, about 2,100 a month.
And if I heard you correctly, this is the car that you're trying to register in order to be able to drive. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have an active license at this point, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions.
I have a question. So because you have a balance of 941 with 47 cents, if we were to forgive 347 with 63 cents, and you have about 3 months to pay 593 with 84 cents, what say you?
Thinking, but it would be hard, but I have to do it. That's what I'm able to,
So,
Alderman Gay.
Question.
Oh. Okay. Thank you. Just breaking it down, it'd be like 197 for 3 months. You would have to pay like 197 a month. For the next 3 months, we will give you 90 days.
to pay $197?
No, it'll be,
$197 a month?
yeah,
198 for 3 months.
198. I'm sorry.
Total of 593 with 84 cents.
So can I ask this question? How would I be able to register the car? I have to pay the $600, the back money that I owe in taxes?
Indeed, prior to registration, that would be the balance.
Right.
So if you need some time to pay that off, we'll give you 3 months.
But I don't mean no harm, sir.
Keep going. One second now. Keep going.
I want to see how fast, because I haven't had a car in 6 months.
Yeah.
Because because the car that I had, accident.
Right.
Just a reminder, he cannot make monthly
No.
payments. He would have to make it all. He'd have to
One
make
large
it
lump sum.
whatever
Correct.
the tax office.
Right, so the 198 a month would be what you would have to save in order to pay at the end of the 3 months in one payment. On the marks.
Thank you. I appreciate, I'm sorry for your loss and all you're dealing with. I'm just trying to really understand the hardship here, sir. You've stated a certain amount of income. Would appreciate if you could speak a little bit to your expenses.
Yes.
Do you own or rent where you live?
Well, I was renting where I lived. Where we lived at before, I was renting there. But after she passed away, I ended up buying a house. I'm renting a house. I'm owning a house, I guess.
I would like to really be clear, sir. It matters to me. Are you currently renting or do you own your home?
I own.
And do you have a monthly mortgage payment on that home, sir?
$2,000.
No further questions.
Alderman Gay.
Yeah, just trying to get to the interest of you, getting to your vehicle to be registered.
Right.
Right. If we forgave everything, like the interest, ultimately you will have to pay $600.
Okay.
593 with 84 to be
Huh?
exact. 593 with 84 to be exact.
That's what
Where would I go to pay that?
you were talking to the gentleman behind you.
Okay. All right. Then. That's good enough for me.
Okay.
That's the best you could do, and that's the best I could do.
We're waiving $347.63. So instead of paying the $941,
And I
we'll
appreciate
go down to 593.
So, $593. Then I can register the car.
Okay.
All right.
That's the interest, right? That's what we want to do.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. That's all.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
All right. He said, talk to the shit about it.
You can stay until the end, or you can give them a call tomorrow morning. Because this body has not decided yet.
You have to vote on it.
Yeah,
Oh, y'all inside.
we need to make a decision first.
Yeah, we have to vote and all that other stuff. So you can hang around and just talk to him tomorrow morning.
Yeah. At this time, I'd like to call Winchester Loft Apartments, or the representative of Winchester Loft Apartments. Please come up.
Good evening.
Name and address for the record, please.
Yeah, my name is Frank Varicker, and I'm the chairman of the board of the Mary Fund. And I live at 20 Gardner Street, Norwalk, Connecticut.
Hello, my name is Susie M. Cahill. The Office of the Mary Fund is operated out of 243 Broad Street in Milford, Connecticut.
Please state your case.
What's that?
Please state your case.
Oh, sure. Thanks. So Frank,
Your name?
oh, no, you said please state your case.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I need my hearing aids in today. Thank you for taking the time. We represent the Mary Fund. The Mary Fund is a 501c3 not-for-profit started by my grandparents in 1979, which initially was founded for the creation of and the building of hospice homes. Mary Fund built hospice homes in New Haven, Branford, Stanford. And sometime around the middle of the 2010s, as hospice became a more common part of your insurance policy and a regular, the Mary Fund transitioned our experiences into affordable housing. And our goal is to acquire and create affordability in as many locations as we possibly can by giving the best possible opportunities for our tenants to live nice places with good service as everyone should be entitled to. The Mary Fund is in contract to purchase the Winchester Lofts Apartments, 159 units, which is presently not affordable. And based on past requirements, it has 10% of its apartments that are deemed affordable. We're not seeking any additional grants. We're not looking for tax credits, or this is what we're hoping to do is acquire Winchester Lofts and make sure that 75% of the units in the building are permanently deed restricted affordable.
Wow.
Without changing any of the building, any of the services, or any of the opportunities for the tenants. We can do this in large part for two things. One is because as a not-for-profit housing organization, we are entitled to receive significantly reduced interest on loans, and we can borrow more. But the other part is to make the numbers work. We're seeking the tax exemption or abatement. We're not seeking a full tax abatement. We want to live in this community, and we understand the community needs taxes. People have to pay fire and police and all of that. We're asking you for the amount of money that would allow us to provide this permanent affordability. Thank you.
What's the years for the tax abatement?
15 years, though we would be willing to deed restrict longer.
Okay. Does it have your 17 years instead of the 15?
Yeah, we were a little confused by which was 15 and 17. We thought that 17 was if you got grant money.
Okay.
Whereas 15, since we didn't get grant money. Either or, we would by all means accept either one.
And the units would be 2,000 per unit for the 120 or for the 150?
I'm sorry.
He said he's asking if they're gonna be 2,000 per unit. That's
No,
not right.
no, not at all. The affordable one-bedroom apartments will be $1,298, and they're based on what tax credits rents would be. So it's the studio for most of them would be 1098. One bedroom would be 1197, and a two bedroom would be $1,300. And for some people, that's $1,000 reduction in rent.
That's what I'm.
Alderman,
Done.
I believe there was a slight misunderstanding. It was $2,000 per unit in the tax abatement agreement.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was, they're asking about rents. That's correct.
The
Yeah.
tax abatement.
I'm sorry.
Dollars per unit per year.
yeah.
Yes.
So it's 20%.
20% increase each year.
I heard wrong now.
Okay.
And you're looking to start the 3% increase at year 2. Correct?
$2,000.
Again, we would like to start when we acquire the property.
I'm talking about the $2,000 with the 3% increase will start at year 2, because I know that you have to still purchase the property as it's not currently owned by you, correct?
Correct. That's right. We anticipate closing the property should we be successful in December.
Okay. Questions from the members of the committee? Alderman Gay.
Yeah, thank you. How close are you in reference to, closing on this property? And, I think it's wonderful for the neighborhood, I should say that first. But what would be stopping you from purchasing and moving forward?
Tax payment. Everything else is in place. Debt is in place.
Yeah.
We provide equity. We're ready to move forward.
Okay, and maybe I didn't hear it, but, how many apartments will this actually affect?
120
120 apartments
out of 159.
out of 159.
Any additional questions?
Is there a lottery for the apartments, or they're already?
No, our hope is that the tenants will qualify and be able to continue living in their apartments as long as they wish. Some people may leave, and I don't know how you're thinking of planning for tenants to move in, but.
Yeah, do you want me to talk about some of the services and what we have planned?
Please.
So I'm a nonprofit leader. So Frank does the real estate development. In his experience, it's been mostly a lot of new construction, historical redevelopment. I've been running nonprofits for a number of years. This is a really exciting opportunity for New Haven. My office in Milford, pay very close attention to what goes on in New Haven. I know that we're not trying to build anything new, which seems to come with a lot of conflict in the community, depending upon where it is, which I think is a terrible thing. But seeing as how this building is very transient oriented, and there is really the ability to provide services to people in a very equitable way in this area. I feel that one of the things that we're planning on doing is with the community room there is to be able to offer services like vocational services, bike safety, emergency childcare services, working with medical facilities in the community to be able to offer transportation to people. And not only would that be afforded to just people in our building, but we'd like to work with some of the other buildings around there to really make this affordable is the word that is used here, but I think this is an equitable model that should be followed throughout the state. We can take buildings and for people who are struggling, I mean, rents are high. And, even if it's just hard to get by as one person, two people. And so it just, to be able to lessen that load so that like the fellow behind us can then pay his car tax on it or whatever on unfortunate situations that people run into, they could breathe a little bit better. And then when they are struggling, we want to be there to help them and provide services. And so we will be rolling those out. But first we have to just go through this process.
Any additional questions from the committee?
I have none.
Alderman Marks.
Mr. Chairman, nice to see you, Mr. Parker.
Good to see you.
Met previously. Thank you for this. Thank you. Oh. I just have a number of questions about the Winchester Lofts.
Sure.
There are 159 current units. How many of those are currently occupied?
Right now, it is a 90.5% occupancy.
And the rents are market rent at this point, is that right?
100% market rents, yes.
And we.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. 10% of the units are affordable based on the 2014 construction.
Inclusionary zoning rules, thank you.
Sorry.
The LIHTC funding has income limitations on it, is that correct?
This is not it's not a low-income housing tax credit.
What was the form?
All of the affordability levels we're doing voluntarily.
So where's the funding for the affordability levels coming from?
We get a preferential interest rate from Fannie Mae, and right now I think it's 4.35%, which allows us the opportunity, as long as we have those affordability levels, deed restricted.
And will there be income eligibility for those moving into the affordable units?
What we intend on doing is that we will income qualify all of the tenants initially. We have 1 year to be able to transition to tenant levels. Obviously, those who income qualify will stay, their rents will immediately be reduced. Those who don't income qualify have an opportunity to come back at the end of the year if their circumstances have changed. We have 39 units that will be considered market rate. And so anyone who doesn't qualify, we can put their apartment in as a market rate and they won't have to leave either. I can't tell you it's gonna come out perfect at the end, but our estimates, we may have 2 or 3 people who are impacted, and then we will provide them relocation assistance.
So your impression is that it will only be a couple of people? Because my understanding about Winchester Lofts was that it was a pretty high-end premises and that most of the people currently there would not income qualify. Am I misunderstanding who lives there currently?
Yeah, most of the tenants have been income qualified. They're generally people are income qualified. We found from our discussion that most of the people are living, wouldn't say way beyond their means, but they're certainly paying a very significant amount of their income in rent.
Your expectation is that most of there won't be needs for major relocation?
Not major. We're anticipating some, and we will work with the tenants to make sure that they're taken care of.
Yeah, and we're aware too that in New Haven specifically, I mean, people are spending over 40% on rentals and homes. It's just outrageous.
More.
Additional questions, Mr. Chair? I just want to ask, you're looking for 2,000 per unit. What is the tax on the market rate unit?
Right now, the taxes are $886,000.
What are the taxes per unit? You're looking for the 2,000. What's
I
the?
think they're $6,200 a unit.
And a question of clarity, perhaps it's to Mr. Hayden or to the chair. In my limited experience as an alder, we hear these with the development committee.
List committee.
I know it goes through the list committee, but then we often hear this with the development committee. Is this the last sort of review by the Board of Alders?
This is for the tax abatement. I don't think there's any major development happening, and therefore it doesn't have to go through the development committee.
Yeah, we're not doing anything to the exterior of the
Thank
building.
So
So
just
the interior, we've been told that there's some work that needs to be done that we've calculated and prepared to do, so.
just for my understanding of our procedural status, it's been through LISHTA and approved with us and no development component, so just our committee.
Yes, if it will require community development, typically what we'd like to do is a joint CD tax abatement committee. At this time, they're before us because there's no development happening.
Thank you for clarifying.
Just to add one more thing, we are spending money to address the air quality in the building due to the neighboring construction. So, we're gonna put some money into the building, but not a lot. It's a nice building as it is.
That's more like maintenance or upkeeping or enhancing, not necessarily redevelopment or structural repairs.
Right.
Yeah, there's concern that the construction from the neighboring projects has created. And so the first thing we're gonna do is install the filtration system and do some work with some windows to make sure that people don't get exposed to that.
Before we continue, I'd like to recognize my colleague Frank Douglas has joined us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
That's very small.
Alder Wingate.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that project is like 6 more years in the making down the street from you. So it would be befitting to try to keep them safe with the HVAC system.
Yeah, and we spoke to them and they've got plans and desires well beyond that too.
Absolutely.
So
They're happy to work there, I know.
Thank you. Alder Marks.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Last question. Which ward is this located in? And have you spoken with?
Alder Street.
21.
Has my colleague been consulted and what is his position on it, please? I wanted to ask if my colleague, I want to know if my colleague had been, if he consulted with my colleague and perhaps he can speak to his own feelings, but I just wanted to make sure that the alder whose ward this was sufficiently pressed.
Well, offhand, I don't think I heard from them.
I spoke to you one time.
On this project here, I remember speaking with the people that's doing the current, if I don't recall.
How long ago was this that I had a conversation with you on this?
About 3 months ago, you referred me to Mr. Piscatelli.
Right, okay, okay. I do remember speaking with you, but, and then I advised you to speak with Mr. Kelly about, the procedure, correct?
Yeah, please.
Thank you, alders. Any further questions? Seeing none, thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to ask for Booker T. Washington Academy and St. Stanislaus. Welcome. Thank you. Please state your name and address for the record, please.
Marla Salvesi, I'm from Old Lyme, Connecticut, and I'm here representing St. Stanislaus Church.
Okay, John Taylor, 101 Birchwood Drive, Hamden, and I'm here representing Booker T. Washington Academy.
Please state your name. And then we have
Patricia. Patricia Solomon, 434 Dixwell Avenue, New Haven, representing the Finance Department. I've been working with this for several years now.
Thank you. If we just have your address, please.
10 Seaside Lane, Old Lyme, Connecticut.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Okay. The Booker T. Washington Academy has been renting from St. Stan's now for 10 years. As a nonprofit charter school, we pay rent to St. Stan's, another nonprofit. This has always been a bit of a challenge for us that they get taxed because being a landlord is outside of the scope of their nonprofit. And as a result, in our lease, we're required they pass it through to us and we pay. This has created a substantial hardship for both organizations, especially since COVID, because enrollment generally in public schools are down. Booker T now for 3 consecutive years has not met its enrollment goals, and as a result, has operated at a deficit. And the burn rate on whatever money we have available that we've saved over the years, that's not sustainable, and this makes that much more difficult when we're shelling out a couple $100,000 a year for taxes. In our space, we look at that as 3 teachers and an assistant teacher. So once again, we come before you to say any sort of relief that you can provide to us on the tax front would be greatly appreciated. It really does help us. We have to date paid the first half of the tax bill, totaling somewhere around $90,000. And would like if you guys could waive the second payment so that we can leverage those funds to help kids.
Anyone else? 1 second, over. Please.
Traditionally, historically, when the City of New Haven Board of Education was renting St. Stanislaus, the agreement was back then that the city would pay the taxes. We move forward to now we have someone that is actually renting outside of the city. It's a charter school. It is a hardship on them. I've seen the financials. One of the things that I would also like for the committee to consider further down the road is a review of the state statute and a possible ordinance. So not just Booker T and St. Stanislaus, but it may impact on others, because the state statute very clearly states that a nonprofit can rent to another nonprofit, but they are responsible for the taxes. Hence, we have St. Stanislaus, which is a nonprofit church, and renting to a school, a charter school, and that's where the state statute kicks in, and that they have to come before the Tax Committee and the Board of Alders, the two of them, to get some type of tax relief. This has been going on since, I believe, 2020, 21, just prior to the pandemic, and that's when I first got involved. I should say that my title is Finance, Compliance, and Insurance Auditor for the City of New Haven, and this has been one of the files that I handle through the Finance Department.
Thank you. To add more information and history to that, this is your fourth time before my committee, and we have waived half of those taxes, which means the other 90 we've waived in the past. There's no ordinance that is created by this body as of yet that can forgive or can allow for a nonprofit to render to another nonprofit without having to pay those taxes. So you should definitely continue to lobby for that, and eventually something may happen because charter schools are effective and they're needed. And so I know that in the past we've forgiven the 90,000, which is the second payment. So based on what happens tonight, we'll be able to let you know what the outcome will be. Thank you for what you've done in your service for our students and our kids, and for what you continue to do, because I've seen you every year, and I've been honored to be here as a chair to help waive those fees. I'll open up the floor to my committee members. Alder Douglas.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So my question is, who actually owns the property? The art classes?
No, well, no. So Blessed Michael McGivney Parish owns St. Stanislaus. It's not owned by the Archdiocese.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Alder. Alder Wingate.
Thank you for presentation. This is my first time on the tax abatement committee, so seeing it waived for the first time, potentially. But I heard you say something, that the enrollment is not like it used to be. Why do you think that is? What can we do to change that moving in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a citywide issue. It's probably bigger than just Booker T. People aren't enrolling their young people in the kindergarten at the same rate since COVID.
Okay.
And so that's been a challenge. It's the younger grades. Booker T used to have, as a norm, 3 kindergarten classes every year. Since COVID, we've been barely able to fill 2. We've averaged somewhere between 45 and 50 students for kindergarten. So, that carries forward as those students move up. And so there's been a reduction in our enrollment. And we plan accordingly because we recognize it's a trend, maybe some degree market equilibrium. But I know New Haven's having the same challenge with kindergarten, and other charter schools are as well.
Okay. You want to know? So, are there any information and creative brainstorming to try to get people back? Try to get the kids back?
Yeah, I mean, you see our advertisements on the back of buses, radio ads. I mean, we spend a lot more money marketing than we used to. Booker T used to fill up on word of mouth, and we recognize, like I said, market equilibrium. It's a little more difficult now to, we've reduced our expectation, and I think at one point we were at 540 students. This year we're probably at 440. And so, but we adjusted our budget accordingly.
It's right down the street from Martin, right?
Yeah, so we have two schools. So we're in Hamden, as well as in New Haven.
Thank you.
Alder Douglas.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, well, it's a hard question for you to answer, but have you looked into any other properties to consider as a place for your establishment?
Yeah. I mean, we love our landlord, but of course for shopping. You know, we have with the properties, in a perfect world, we'd like to be able to bring both of our schools together. The property of St. Stan isn't large enough to facilitate K-8 we want to go to pre-K as well. So we've been looking. A couple of properties may possibly be coming back to the city from the district. We looked at those properties are too small for what we want to do. We feel like in a perfect world that our babies also deserve green space. We need parking. There are certain things that we just can't get currently. So the plan is at some point to find the right space and be able to purchase, and then this problem goes away. We just have not been able to find that in New Haven. And like I said, we moved a portion of our school to Hamden. We found a suitable property there. We buy it if it was ever for sale. It's in our lease actually. We would get first right if they decided to put that property on the market.
So let's ask, would you put that in the market for them?
That's the Hamden property I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think that's beyond my paycheck, but I don't know.
It was all the Douglas.
So what kind of help have you had in researching for other properties? I'm pretty sure we have some vacant buildings, some vacant schools here in the city right now who are getting ready to transition. Have you considered that option?
Yeah, and we're looking at it now. Okay. Yeah, we are.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Any additional questions or remarks?
Ms. Solomon, can you just repeat what you said about the Board of Education? When you were talking about others who were renting the space, what they paid in taxes?
Originally, when we were doing the major school construction projects, the City of New Haven Board of Education leased properties throughout New Haven and a couple of Hamden to do the swing space schools. And St. Stanislaus was one of the sites. So in doing the research into the project, I actually went back to the Board of Education's lease, Board of Education, St. Stanislaus lease.
And can you repeat what you said about how much tax was paid by the Board of Education when it was in the St. Stanislaus space?
It was listed as other rent, additional rent.
Were they paying the taxes or paying half the taxes or paying none of the taxes? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to understand.
Now you're asking a hard question.
We
researched and actually.
Okay. Just a point of order. Please continue.
It was under the St. Stanislaus lease has additional rent. And so when the payment was made, the taxes were also paid as part of the additional rent definition.
I'm just trying to clarify when the Board of Education was there, it was paying taxes.
Done.
The Board of Ed paid taxes. They paid the tax money to St. Stanislaus, who paid the taxes.
To the city.
Understood.
So technically, the Board of Ed did not pay the tax, however, they paid an increased amount of rent to cover the taxes.
I just wanted to clarify that was paid as tax and was not a statement at the time. Just want to clarify the history of the other renters who are also nonprofits. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any more questions? Seeing none. None.
I just want to point out, as of August 18th.
Just 1 second now. Do you want to come up? So we can have you on the record.
Thank you. I can hear.
Name and address for the record, please.
Can't hear, it's not loud.
Name and address for the record.
On 165 Church Street. As of August 18th, according to the tax records, the tax has not been paid. That's why you'll see on your memo, there is a $2,700 amount of interest due.
Yes, I saw that.
We paid it.
It was not paid as of August 1st. Because as of the 18th, it was not showing as being paid.
I don't have my computer with me, but I can
Well,
tell
you
it to
have
them,
to
but
take-
we did write a
You
check.
you have to take that up with the tax office. I can check to see if it's up to date,
Yeah,
but as of the 18th, it was not. So if it was paid after the 18th, it did include a $2,700 interest charge that you would need to know about also.
thank you, Don, I appreciate that point of clarity. I did notice that I was gonna inquire specifically about that 2718, which is an interest, on the 181, 222, 66 cents. If they paid it, then this body can provide a credit.
No, we
If-
definitely paid it. It's definitely paid. I'm just looking right now because I sent a email to my assistant to pay it, so I'm just looking at what date I sent that.
Any additional
Yeah,
questions?
we paid it on August 6th, and then it was mailed, so, by the time it got to so August 6th.
It was mailed regular mail?
Yeah.
Normally it takes 7 to 10 business days to arrive, so it probably went beyond the 18th. Any additional questions, comments, concerns? Now's the time. Speaking now for who defeats it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And at this time, I'd like to ask for Khadija A. Muhammad. Khadija A. Muhammad. Name and address for the record, please.
Khadija Muhammad, 60 Diamond Street, New Haven, 06515.
How do we are?
So, first I want to
Thank you.
only because I'm in front of y'all.
Fine, we're all.
So, first I want to say, I moved to Connecticut about 9 years ago from Maryland. So the whole car property tax thing was a shock to me. So I got a little bit behind when I first got here. But I was able to catch up even though when I first moved here, I was receiving disability due to some injuries. In 2020, when COVID happened, I had an expedition which I had got rid of. So I didn't have the expedition, but I still have a tax for that. During the time I got rid of it was during COVID. So when I called motor vehicle, they just told me to get rid of the plates because there was no place for me to bring them to because everything was shut down. I didn't find out maybe until about, I don't know, 2022, 23, that I was supposed to report that. Like I said, the whole tax thing on cars is completely, property tax is completely new to me. So from 2020 up until maybe about a year ago, I was unemployed. So I had no way of paying a car tax. I just recently got employed with the connection. I literally make $19 an hour. There is no way I can pay the taxes, pay my rent, pay for my kids to go to after school. It's just not easy for me to do. So I don't know exactly what can be done, or like I said, this is new to me. I've been in Connecticut about 9 years now, just dealt with a death, so I'm trying to deal with that. And again, I do work, I have children, my children are adopted. I don't feel like their money should go towards my bills or, my vehicle. This was something that I had before I had them. So I don't think that that's fair to my children for me to take the adoption stipend to pay for my bill. Yes, they get transported in the car, but however, that money belongs to them. So I don't know how this works. I don't know what type of help you guys offer with this situation, but like I said, all of this is new to me. And I'm just trying to get back on my feet from this whole COVID thing, and $19 an hour, I'm getting there the best way I can.
And how many hours do you work?
40.
What is your current vehicle at this point?
The Honda Tucson.
Okay. What happened to the 2002 Ford Expedition?
The Expedition, I got rid of it back when I got the Honda Tucson. I traded it in.
Okay. And the Mazda 2020?
I have no Mazda 2020. I don't know how that get on my name.
You didn't have that?
No. No.
No Mazda?
No, I only had the Expedition and the Tucson.
Okay.
Yeah, I traded in the Expedition for the Tucson. I moved here with the Expedition.
Okay.
Yep.
So right now there's a balance of $1,906, $1,900.
What the Mazda?
Like I said, there's $1,900 in the balance, which means I'm including the Mazda as well. Until I can have verification done, I don't know that doesn't belong to you. Unless you can prove that it is.
I've only had 2 vehicles registered to me. That is it. I've never had.
But there's no paperwork in front of me that justifies that you only have 1 or 2 vehicles.
Oh, I never knew that I needed any paperwork.
No
I know
worries.
that I only had 2 vehicles.
Okay. And it's for the Mazda.
That's for the Mazda.
Okay. So that's an address issue. Ms. Nichols?
I've only lived 3 places in Connecticut.
Where do you currently reside?
60 Diamond Street. Prior to that, I lived 1 Brewery Square. Prior to that, 193 Diamond. That's when I first moved here.
Based on these addresses that I'm seeing. Okay. So
Let's do that.
there is an outstanding balance of 1906.
So you're gonna include that Mazda? Because that's not my car.
I need you to just listen.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, okay, because.
Yeah, let's, we try to figure it out.
There's 1906 currently outstanding. If we consider the Mazda to be removed, that's 9172 minus 279, 86. So from 1906 with 71 cents, we just knocked it down to 1543. And if we take it further, we might be able to take it down to 1424. If we were to consider it to take it down even further, it goes down to 1322. If we consider that one more time,
Taking off the interest, that's what
it
we're
goes
doing.
down to
That's what we're
1,078.
doing.
And if I consider it one more time, I can recommend bringing it down to 922 with 36 cents from 1906.71. We just knocked down $1,000.
Yeah.
Almost a 49, 50%. if you will.
Absolutely.
So if we bring it down to 922 with 36 cents and give you 90 days, which means you don't have to pay anything until December
Yes.
or even January.
November.
November?
November. Well, December.
November, correct. So it'll be,
December.
yes. This, I mean, we'll hear it and it'll take about 3 months for it to be approved by the body. If we were able to discharge it favorably and reduce it to 922, which means you won't have to pay anything until November. Can you do that?
Yes.
Yeah. Any questions from the committee?
I don't have another question.
Alder Douglas.
Are you trying to register a car?
I'm just saying, my Honda Tucson. I'm still
Tucson?
trying to register it, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Alder Burks.
Mr. Chair, can I just clarify, how many cars do you currently own?
One,
And that's just the,
Honda Tucson.
which you're seeking to register?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions.
Colleagues, any additional questions?
No, I have none.
No more questions. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. See.
At this time, I'd like to call Elizabeth Santiago. I would like to call Elizabeth Santiago. I'd like to call to the table Elizabeth Santiago. At this time, I'll entertain any public testimony to speak on items 1 through 7. Does anybody from the public wish to testify on items 1 through 7? Does anyone from the public wish to testify on items 1 through 7?
I move we close the second.
Do we have any public testimony?
No.
Done? Any public testimony? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the public portion of this meeting.
I move we close the public portion.
It's been moved in second discussion. Seeing none, all in favor, please indicate with an eye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? I hereby close the public portion of this meeting. I'll entertain motions for whatever the committee wants to do. Alderman Gay.
I move the first item.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion. Alderman Gay. Yes. So the first item is the suspense of the uncollected tax accounts, which is what we do every year. These are items that can't be collected, and therefore they're going to be suspended and transferred to the suspense tax book.
Okay.
Any questions or concerns, comments? This is just standard practice.
Mr. Harris, appreciate the appearance and good work of our new tax collector.
Yep.
I want to thank her for her service and appreciate that she says that should any of these taxes become available or no, she would seek to collect them.
Indeed.
Thank her for that. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Of course, you're welcome. Any additional comments, questions? Seeing none, all in favor, please indicate it with an eye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? The ayes have it. Alderman Gay.
I move the second item.
No, we don't.
I move the third item.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion. This is regarding Johnny Jackson.
Yes, this is, the gentleman that, lost his wife in COVID and just had a kidney transplant. And I think we've been fair around what we're doing for him. I think we ended up with the 593 over the next 90 days. I totally support that.
This is item for Mr. Jackson. No, you're correct, but we don't have to do. We don't have to do this. We're not doing that.
Okay.
Yep, you moved through, and it's been seconded. Now we're in discussion. So Mr. Johnny Jackson is a disabled 65-year-old whose home was in foreclosure, and he meets the criteria.
That's right.
For us to defer collection of property taxes,
That's right.
and he's gonna,
That's right.
and we're able to then defer for collection of property taxes. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes,
Thank you.
yes,
All in favor?
yes.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? The ayes have it. Alderman Gay.
I move Mr. Jackson.
You've already moved that one.
Okay. I move number 4.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
The motion has been moved and seconded. Discussion.
In support of the facts that my colleague has shared.
Alder Marks.
In support of the facts that my colleague has shared, I appreciate Mr. Wingate's sharing of that information regarding the hardship. Sorry. Thank you, Mr. Wingate.
Any additional comments?
I support what we came up with for the gentleman that lost his wife and had a kidney transplant.
Yeah, so the point of clarity is that we're gonna waive the interest, and we're gonna knock down 941.47 to 593 with 84.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it. Mr. Wingate.
I move item number 5.
Second.
Item has been moved and seconded. This is regarding the tax abatement for the Winchester Loft Apartments. This is gonna be a 15-year agreement or a 17-year agreement? I believe it's 17, which is gonna be providing the $2,000 affordable unit with a 3% increase on the second year. Lister has also heard this item and is also in favor. The only one request is that we need to include in the order a statement that says that the property will be deemed owned by the applicant as of October 1st, 2025, and that the applicant will be required to obtain ownership of the property by December 1st, 2025. This is certainly affordable. This is going to be 120 units out of the 159. I certainly am in favor. That's actually what we have been doing, at least in my last 10 years. That's what we've been promoting, affordable housing, better jobs, and this is falling under the same legislative agenda that we've been promoting. So I'm in favor. Comments?
I echo Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just eager to hear from my colleague, Mr. Streeter. This is the next one.
Yes, I'm 100% in favor of it.
Alder Streeter, thank you.
Affordable housing is always needed, and at this rate here, I think it'll do constituents in my ward a lot of good, and I'm on board with it, and it has my support.
Thank you, Alder Streeter. Alder Wingate.
Yes.
Any additional comments or questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor to approve this item, please indicate with an eye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it. Alder Wingate.
I move item number 6.
Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion. This is regarding Booker T. Washington. As we've heard, that a nonprofit is rented to another nonprofit, so they are responsible for paying the taxes. There is no ordinance that can forgive such taxes in the municipality or the local or the city of New Haven. What we've done in the past under my chairmanship is that we have supported and waived 50% or the other payment, which is equivalent to almost 90,200 and something, whatever the case may be. I would entertain any additional recommendations. Should we waive that second payment? Should we consider another alternative? What say you? Alder Marks.
Mr. Chair, thank you. I think I raised this question the last time Booker T. Washington was before us. I'm just curious the logic of how we sort of historically come to 50% as opposed to waiving completely. Obviously, collection of taxes is important, but just wanted to have a little bit of a more robust conversation on how we settle on that amount, given that it is a nonprofit to a nonprofit. I've been contemplating what the ordinance would be. Would it be a full waiving of taxes if we were to, if we were to think about the legislative policy? Just wanted to think about it.
Yep. So at this time, it would. Yes.
Allow me to ponder.
So at this time, it is my recommendation to do 50%, which is they've already paid the first payment. And it is what we've done in the past in order to assist. I also recall, I forget the year, I don't know, it was 2022, that, or 2021, where they actually invested 200 to 300,000 in the actual structure to enhance it for the students. So we've only considered that they're also investing in the students themselves. So we always consider that as well, as part of our reducing the 90 or 50% rather than the whole thing.
I'm not curious, Mr. Chair, why we don't waive it completely.
You can make that recommendation, but we have historically only waived 50%. Because at the end of the day, we also understand that they're paying taxes to the city. Any additional comments?
Yeah, I have a comment.
Alder Streeter.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to say, charter schools are very important, and as he said there's a decline, so we have to do what we can to help in situations like that. Because, education is the key, and the children are our future. So I'm on board with this, and I think we need to try to think of other alternatives to help and assist with this. But I think at this time, it is appropriate because they have already paid half.
Thank you, Alder Streeter, and if I may also, point of clarity, it is their request that we only waive 90% or 50%, because they're also contributing the other half, which they've already done.
Correct, they paid.
So we're honoring also their request.
Thank you.
Alder McGee.
Thank you, Alder Smith. Thank you, Alder Troy Streeter. That was very, very well put together. You put me in mind what you used to do. But I also support this motion. I think that the interest, I think they took care of the interest. That was the $2,600 or whatever it was. So I most definitely support this. This 50%.
Any additional comments? Questions or concerns? All in favor to approve this item, please indicate it before we vote.
I didn't know what you wanted to do with the interest,
Yeah, that's right.
whether you wanted to waive that or leave that as part. I know you got it, but it's gotta be in order.
I think they paid it already.
No, I'll double check, but I don't believe they paid it.
That changed.
So the motion, the current motion on the table is to forgive the second payment. We can certainly make a friendly amendment. Does anybody want to entertain a friendly amendment at this time? Actually, on the Wingate, because you moved it, would you entertain a friendly amendment?
I will entertain a friendly amendment.
Alder Douglas, would you like to make a friendly amendment?
Yes, I would. The amendment being that we do 50%, the interest of $2,718.34.
Also wait.
Yes.
Okay. Discussion. Actually, do I hear a second?
Second.
Discussion.
Okay, so point for clarification for me.
Yep.
Just trying to understand a lot of moving parts here.
Yep.
Right. So what you?
Let me explain.
That friendly amendment to me just now was saying that we're gonna absorb the 700 with the interest as well.
Correct. You can vote nay if you're not in favor.
Chair,
Alder McGee.
I think that we should make a different kind of amendment
Right.
in reference to finding out if that check was sent before we do a final vote. I think that we have an opportunity to move things, but that's why we go to the floor and have an opportunity to receive things in a timely manner to say yay or nay.
Duly noted. Item is on the table. Second has been made. You can vote nay onto the friendly amendment if you're not in agreement. Or you can withdraw your friendly amendment and the second, and then just add to the table.
I withdraw my friendly amendment.
Do you use to withdraw your second?
I withdraw the second.
There's no more friendly amendments. Alder Marcus.
Might we have another friendly amendment?
You can make as many friendly amendments as you want.
It seems like my friendly amendment might say something like, we are interested in waiving the interest, assuming the payment has been made. It seems, for the record, that there's some misunderstanding. It appears that there was seemingly reliable testimony that it had been sent, that there was an error in her bookkeeping or something administratively at her office, or some delay in getting here. I'd like to have an amendment on the floor, assuming that gets paid, that we would waive the interest. Might we have an amendment that states we would waive it upon receipt of the payment, so long as it happens before our vote on the floor?
We can always make that on the floor on the day of, if required.
So that'll be my intention substantively, Mr. Chairman. I'll defer to you how we do so. That's my hope regarding the matter.
If this body would like to, at this time, put in language that says we would also waive the interest pending confirmation from non. We can also do that.
Okay.
That would be my, then that would be the sentence of my governing minutes.
I'll move it.
I move it. I need
Do I hear a
to.
second?
I'll second.
We've heard the friendly amendment discussion. Seeing none, all in favor for the friendly amendment, please indicate with an eye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? The ayes have it. Now, further discussion on the motion as amended. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, indicate with an eye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? The ayes have it.
I move item 7.
Second.
The motion has been made, it has been moved. Discussion. Alderman Gay.
Thank you, Chair, for your leadership. Thank you, as you do your due diligence. Thank you so much. I think we, should support, the young lady that stayed in Maryland, but she's in New Haven now. And we're gonna welcome her to New Haven in this way. And I support with her paying the $922.36.
This additional discussion, Alder Streeter, Alder Marks.
Earlier discussion, I just wanted to clarify the record that I think we're waiving, this is correct, Alder Wingate, we're waiving the both tax and interest due on the Mazda, which she has credibly testified was not hers, and the records reflect that. In addition, we're waiving the interest as a hardship, and I am supporting this on the understanding that the math we've just discussed and the amount slated by my colleague as he moved it and discussed is the tax and just the tax alone on just the expedition and the Hyundai Tucson. Thank you.
I would agree.
You're welcome.
Let's do the math one more time.
Right.
Because math always maths. Let's math it again.
No,
Just
that was my
just-
discussion. That was my discussion of
Any
support.
additional comments?
All the others.
Then just bear with me 1 second, please. Can you read that for the record, please?
922 with 36 cents. He was right the first time. Thank you.
I think my fat thumb was too fat. Rely on you, Mr. Hayden, for the correct math. Okay, thank you, Mr.
I see these numbers.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And I know them. All in favor, please indicate with an eye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? The ayes have it. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
No discussion needed. All in favor, indicate with an eye.
Aye.
I hereby close this meeting. We're adjourned.
You got more out there. What? Is it really? I can't see it. Oh, good for you. Good for you. I didn't even get close.
You know, it's funny.
Mr. Wingate, I have some business to discuss with you.
No, you don't.
I don't see any text.
Yes, you do. I'm gonna show you.
No, I don't.
I'm gonna show you now.
These are fighting words that I can call you back.
Thank you.
First or second?
We're not, Mr. Chair.
Yes. We're still.